Hello everyone, welcome to Sai Coding lecture. In previous video I have discussed about for loop and its working and all. In today's video I will discuss about while loop. What is its working, what is it, why we need it, etc. Everything about it. So if you haven't watched my previous video, then go and watch it. And for the coming series, you're learning C programming or preparing for any kind of exams, then this video will help you and clear every sort of confusions. So without wasting further time, we'll move on to what is while loop. Before going to what is while loop, in the series of loop, we know now we know that there are different types of loop. There are three types of loop: for loop, while loop, do while loop. Now over here, till now we know what is a for loop. Now why there is a need of a while loop? If we already have a for loop, it's fine. Then why we are studying while loop? Like, what is a need? So basically, if we talk about the need, I have clearly defined you over here with a difference. A for loop is what? A for loop is used when the number of iterations are known to you. And while loop is used when you don't know the number of iterations. What the iteration means? Iteration means the how many times the loop is going to execute. It is going to turn. How many times the loop is going to execute? It will iterate. That is what is you mean by the term iteration. Okay, I've explained this in the last video as well, but still I am repeating it so that if you haven't watched, then you shouldn't miss out anyway. So this is what is the difference, that here you know that how many times you have to repeat, but here you don't know how many times you have to repeat. It will slowly get cleared when I will give you examples, then it will automatically get cleared. Now another major point is counter controlled loop. For loop is called counter control loop, but while loop is called condition based loop, condition controlled loop. So basically it is based on a particular condition, but this is what is counter, which is basically fixed. It is very compact, based on certain iterations, which is the number is fixed actually. But in while loop it is very flexible. It is based on a certain condition. The numbering is not fixed. So moving on to the definition of a while loop. A while loop in C is a loop that executes a block of code as long as a given condition is true, right? The condition is checked before entering the loop body. Now what this thing means? This means that the while loop will keep on executing. The block of code will keep on execute unless until the condition is true. As when the condition will be false, it will exit the loop. That is what is the whole working of the loop. We'll move on to the syntax of a while loop. This is the proper syntax. You have to use the keyword while over here, and this in brackets you have to give the condition, any kind of condition. Suppose you have a variable something a and that is greater than 5. So until it is greater than 5, that will keep on executing. It will keep on iterate, right? And suppose you have initialize the a value is equal to 1. This is called initialization, right? This is called initialization, and this initialization must be done before this while writing this while condition. Before this you have to over here you have to initialize. Suppose you write here int a equal to 1 semicolon. This is how you initialize in C. So better to initialize first the variable and then you have to put on the condition. And here there are certain statements. Now what are the statements? The statements could be your print f statements, which is whatever you want to print inside this will be there, as well as you have to have one update thing is also to be mentioned, which is what over here this is a, so I will write a plus plus, which is this is what increment, or you can say decrement, anything you can do over here along with this statement, which inside this curly brackets, that should be within this curly brackets, this two things. So update is needed as soon as you enter into the loop. I will give you one example and I will show you the dry run as well. Over here I'm just saying that if this initialization is 1 and then if it is greater than 5, this condition is true, and that will enter, it will print hello, and then a will increment, which is it will increment to 2. A initially was 1, it will become 2. Again it will check the condition whether 2 is less than equal to 5. So this is how update, and then you again check the condition. This is the whole process. Okay, I have mentioned here the flow, so that if there is any kind of question or any kind of thing over here. So then you can get a proper view of how the flow is maintained in while loop. First, initialization. Before loop you have to initialize. Whatever I said just now, it is written in a customized in a very step by step way. So condition is checked. After that, after initialization, condition is checked. If the condition is true, which I said, that the loop body will execute, and then you have to update. Update happens when this is your increment decrement part. Okay, this is your increment decrement part. Update will happen. Then control goes back to the condition. Again it will go and update to the condition like I said just now, and then stops when condition is false. This is what is how a condition, if it is false, then it will automatically stop. Suppose you have initialized it, and at the first attempt the condition is false, then the loop will not execute even once. It will not at all execute, not even for once it will execute if the condition for the first attempt is false. So this is how you know about the complete flow of a while loop, that how a while loop is properly executed. It's what is it, why we need it, and what is the basic difference with for loop. Okay, so now moving on, I will explain you with an example that what is while loop and what are the common mistakes generally students do, or what are the common mistakes which we should avoid while we are using a while loop. Okay, which is exam ready, and that is important. If you get any kind of error handling, output handling questions, then you can solve those things. So let me give you an example of a while loop over here. So let me give you an example. The basic difference is that suppose you want to print a number from 1 to 10. Okay, in this case what will you use? You will use a for loop, because you know the number of iterations, that it will start from 1 and it will end till 10. Okay, so this is fine. If suppose you have taken an input until the user enters 0, count is unknown. So basically in this case count is unknown, right? You are taking an input until the user enters 0. So when user will enter 0, you don't know. So how will you match the condition accordingly? So in that case you use a while loop. Basically example programs of while loop is you generally use menu driven programs. For that you use to print the sum of numbers, for reverse of a number, a digit count, maybe checking palindrome numbers, Armstrong numbers. For this we use a while, not for. We don't prefer for because we don't know the correct iteration, right? So this is for clearing the concept. I told you, given you some ideas of a program. You can dry run those programs, or you can write the code of those logic and all, and you can pin me in comment with it. So this is what is I am not going to show over here. I am just giving you a simple example here of a while loop. Okay, so if I talk about a simple example here, so this is a, suppose you have one your this is what your header file, right? Include stdio.h, and then you have your void main, or you can write int main, whatever you want. Then you are initializing. Suppose you have I1 equal to, and you are writing while I less than equal to 5. This is the your while statement is there. Inside that you have to write the printf statement. There you want to print the I, which is this, and then you update the I variable I plus plus. I have updated over here, and then if int main was written, then you have to give your return 0. As I have used void main, so no need to do it. I will just close the main over here. So this is a simple program, I can say, of a while loop. What this is doing is, first of all, in I what you have, I will dry run and show you. You have 1. Okay, 1 is stored in I. Now this thing is there, that while I less than equal to 5. 1 is less than equal to 5. This condition is true, right? So we'll enter into it. We'll print the value of I is 1, and we'll do I plus plus. I will be 2. This way it will continue. Again 2, it will check 2 is less than equal to 5. Yes, 2 will get printed in the screen. Again it will be 3. So this way it will go on continue until it gets 5. 5 equal to 5. 5 will be printed in the screen, and I plus plus 5 will become 6. Now I value is 6. Now if you go and check the condition, while will give you false, right? Why so? Because 6 is greater than equal to 5. 6 is less than equal to 5. No, 6 is greater than equal to 5, right? So this will not get printed in the screen, and then if the condition is false, then it will not enter into this, right? So automatically it will exit from the loop. So this is the whole working, like a loop works in for loop, same in while loop also, just the structure changes, your format changes. Okay, So this is the thing. I will show you some common mistakes over here, that forgetting to update the statement. This is your update statement, right? You may forget to update this statement, then it will be a problem. So you should take care of this. Using wrong condition. Okay, you should use a meaningful condition. You cannot write, suppose you are writing over here I greater than equal to 5, then this is a wrong condition. This will never match, right? This will give you an infinite loop. It will never ever match actually. So if this 1 is greater than equal to 5, if this is the thing, then this will be false. So basically you should give a correct condition, a matching, a meaningful condition. Suppose I will show you an example over here, that this thing is, suppose you are giving a common mistake is, what you can do is, here wrong condition could be like equal to instead of this double equal to. Like you want this comparison operator in this I equal to 5, you wanted to write this here, but you have mentioned I equal to 5, this inside your while condition. Then there is a difference, right? Because this will assign into the variable, and this will check whether the number is 5 or not. So basically this things are wrong, comes under wrong condition. So you need to avoid it. And not initializing variable is what? If you are leaving a variable uninitialized, then obviously this is a major problem. Okay, so you need to avoid all these things whenever you are handling while loop. One more common mistake is, these things are common. Even if you handle these things, I will show you one major problem. Generally student face this problem, that what is this? You may get into your exam as well, that this is your code and you get this thing. Just let me know what is the output. I will tell you that what would be the thing. What is this? I will tell you this thing, that this is your infinite loop. Okay, this is your infinite loop. Now tell me, infinite loop means it will keep on going, it will never become false. This while one, this statement means that the condition is always true. You know that in Boolean 1 means true and 0 means false. So that's why I will tell that this thing statement says that computer will interpret what? It will interpret that this line is always true, it will never be false. This is while one. So now tell me, what will be the output of this? You let me know in the comments that what will be the output of this statement, that how many times it is going to print, or whether it will generate any error, it will print or it will not print. Like what will be your result, your output. Okay, so let me know in the comments. And this is your infinite loop. I will tell you, this is what is your infinite. That is a major mistake generally students do whenever they are handling while. So this is all about the thing over here, everything about while loop. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have gained any knowledge about while loop, a bit of some at least, then please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and thank you for watching it till the end.